Hello all, welcome to your schemes. I'm Ilakya. I hope you are all doing well. We are back with a quick list. In today's quick list episode, we are going to see top 10 small cap funds to invest this year. This video is for information purpose only. Mutual funds are subject to market risk. The return shown in this list doesn't guarantee future returns. Please consult your financial advisor before investing. First on the list is HSBC Small Cap Fund. The current NAV of this scheme is 61 rupees and the expense ratio is 1.73%. Let's now see the returns. 1 year return is 33.12%. It gave a 3 year return of 40.65%, whereas the 5 year return is 20.77%. The return since launch for this fund is 21.41%. Minimum SIP amount is rupees 500. Next we have ICICI Prudential Small Cap Fund. The current NAV is 74 rupees and the expense ratio 0.7%. 1 year return is 28%, whereas 3 year return is 38.87%. It gave a return of 25.88% in 5 years and return since launch for this fund is 18.15%. Minimum investment amount, SIP investment is rupees 100 and for lump sum the minimum investment amount is 5,000 rupees. Next is Union Small Cap Fund. The current NAV is rupees 41 and the expense ratio 1.12%. It gave a 1 year return of 24.52%, 3 year return is 34.91%, whereas 5 year return is 24.16%. The return since launch for this fund is 16.41%. Minimum SIP amount rupees 1000. Minimum lump sum investment amount is rupees 1000. Next on the list is Sundaram Small Cap Fund. The current NAV of this scheme is 209 rupees and the expense ratio for this fund is 0.88%. It gave a 1 year return of 31.49%, 3 year return of 37.2%, 5 year return is 22.2% and return since launch is 18.7%. Minimum investment amount under this scheme is rupees 100 for SIP and for lump sum it is also rupees 100. Next on the list is Aditya Birla Sun Life Small Cap Fund. The current NAV of this scheme is rupees 74.28. The expense ratio is 0.84% and it gave a 1 year return of 29.48%. 3 year return is 31.13%, whereas the 5 year return is 15.67%. Return since launch 17.27%. Minimum SIP investment amount is rupees 1000 for SIP and rupees 1000 for lump sum. Before we proceed, if you are still with us, please hit the like button. It motivates me to make more similar content for you. Let's proceed. Next is SBI Small Cap Fund. The current NAV of this scheme is rupees 151. The expense ratio is 0.69% and it gave a return of 18.97% in 1 year, 32.96% in 3 years, 23.37% in 5 years and return since launch is 25.74%. Minimum SIP investment amount is rupees 500. Next on the list is Axis Small Cap Fund. The current NAV of this scheme is rupees 87. Expense ratio is 0.55%, whereas 1 year return is 24.71%, 3 year return 34.16% and 5 year return is 26.67%. Return since launch is 24.7%. Minimum investment amount, SIP investment is rupees 100. Minimum lump sum investment amount is rupees 500. Let's move on to Kotex Small Cap Fund. The current NAV of this scheme is 228.27. Expense ratio is 0.43%. It gave a return of 21.88% in 1 year, 36.99% in 3 years, 25.72% in 5 years. And the return since launch for this fund is 20.57%. Minimum investment amount, SIP amount is rupees 1000, lump sum investment amount is rupees 5000. Now let's move on to HDFC Small Cap Fund. The current NAV of this scheme is rupees 117.42 and the expense ratio for this fund is 0.75%. Let's now see the returns. 1 year return is 40.33%, 3-year return 40.89%, 5-year return is 21.46%. Return since inception is 20.42%. Minimum SIP investment amount is rupees 100. Minimum lump sum investment is also 100. Nippon India Small Cap Fund. The current NAV of this scheme is 135.52 and the expense ratio is 0.72%. It gave a 1-year return of 37.51%, 44.03% is the 3-year return and 26.62% is 5-year return, whereas return since launch is 26.28%. Minimum SIP investment amount is rupees 100. Please note that small cap funds are risky funds. So please do your part of research before you invest and select the mutual funds which is most suitable for you depending on your investment objective and risk appetite. If you feel this information was helpful, then please hit the like button. It means a lot. And please don't forget to share it with your friends. For more similar content, please subscribe to Your Schemes. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.